Most Americans are shocked when they see how houses work in Brazil. From electric showers to water tanks on rooftops. Some things here are completely different. Brazil is one of the most fascinating countries in the world. But for many Americans, everyday life here can feel very unusual. Today, we're going to explore some things about Brazil that surprise foreigners the most. One of the first things Americans notice is how houses are built in Brazil. In the United States, most homes are built using wood frames, but in Brazil, houses are usually built with bricks and concrete. This makes them heavier and more durable. Another thing that surprises many visitors is the water tank on top of Brazilian houses. These tanks store water in case the public water supply stops. The system uses gravity to distribute water through the house. Electric showers are extremely common in Brazil. Instead of heating water in a central system, the shower heats the water instantly using electricity. Today, electricity is the main source used to heat water for showers in Brazilian homes. Many houses in Brazil are surrounded by tall walls and large gates. For many visitors, this can look unusual at first. In several countries, especially in the United States, houses are often open to the street, with front yards and very low fences. In Brazil, however, privacy and security are major concerns for homeowners. Tall walls, metal gates, and sometimes even electric fences help protect the property and the people living inside. Security features like these became common in many Brazilian cities as residents adapted their homes to protect against crime and increase privacy. As a result, many neighborhoods look very different from the open suburban streets that Americans are used to. But there is another feature in many Brazilian homes that visitors immediately fall in love with: the barbecue area. In Brazil, many houses include a dedicated space called a churrasqueira. This is where families prepare traditional Brazilian barbecue, often during weekends or holidays. Barbecues here are not just about food. They are social events that can last for hours. Friends gather, music plays, drinks are shared, and people spend the entire afternoon talking and enjoying the moment. But barbecue culture in Brazil is not exactly the same everywhere. In the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, barbecue follows a very traditional style known as gaucho barbecue. In this method, large cuts of meat are placed on long metal skewers and slowly roasted over open fire, or hot coals. The seasoning is surprisingly simple, usually just coarse salt, which allows the natural flavor of the meat to stand out. This style originated with the gauchos, the cattle herders of the southern plains, who cooked meat over open fires while working in the countryside. Today, whether in a backyard grill or a traditional fire pit, barbecue remains one of the most beloved traditions in Brazilian homes. Another item that surprises many foreigners when they visit Brazilian homes is the traditional clay water filter. Known as the filtro de barro, this simple device has been used in Brazilian households for generations. Instead of using electricity, the filter works using gravity. Water slowly passes through a ceramic filter element that removes impurities and bacteria. The ceramic material also keeps the water naturally cool, even on hot days. Because of its simplicity, durability, and effectiveness, the clay filter became extremely popular in Brazilian homes throughout the 20th century. Many families still prefer it today, saying the water tastes fresher compared to bottled or refrigerated water. For foreigners, however, seeing a large clay container sitting on the kitchen counter can feel very unusual. Coffee is deeply connected to Brazilian history and culture. Brazil is the largest coffee producer in the world, and one of the biggest consumers as well. But the country's relationship with coffee goes back more than 200 years. During the 19th century, coffee plantations expanded rapidly across regions like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. Large estates, known as fazendas, produced enormous quantities of coffee for export, and the wealthy landowners who controlled these plantations became known as the coffee barons. At one point, coffee represented more than half of Brazil's exports, and the country produced a large share of the world's coffee supply. This powerful industry helped shape Brazil's economy, infrastructure, and even its politics. Over time, coffee became more than just an export product. It became part of everyday life. Today, millions of Brazilians drink coffee several times a day, at home, at work, or when talking with friends. In Brazil, coffee isn't just a drink. It's part of daily routine, hospitality, and social connection.
Enjoyed this video? Subscribe for more culture and travel stories, and tell us in the comments what surprised you most.